Tonight, we start with developing news in the village of Sloan. According to Cheektowaga Police, a person of interest was detained after a 2-year-old was shot on Lackawanna Avenue near Reman Street. The video you're seeing right now was given to us by a neighbor. Cheektowaga Police say the child was taken to Oshai Children's Hospital and is undergoing surgery. We want to get right to the scene now. That's where we find Two on Your Sides. Ron Plant's live for us now. So Ron, what are you learning?
Well, Courtney, this is the kind of call, a 911 call, that no police officer wants to get or anybody in the public wants to hear about, frankly. The shooting involving a very, very young child. Now, that's where we are with relatively little information at this point from the Cheektowaga Police Department. But in this case, a neighbor really seems to be very outspoken, somewhat outraged by what he claims were calls, numerous calls, made about the situation in this home here at 150 on this in this address to Cheektowaga Police and also Erie County Protective Services. Now, many detectives and officers, as we've seen, have been on scene here throughout the afternoon. Their crime scene investigation unit, that truck obviously still here for forensics, but also they had the assistance of state police. It's quieted down a bit now, but there's still investigators on site. Again, we just had that statement you mentioned of the shooting and gunshot wound to a 2-year-old child. At last word this morning, undergoing surgery at Oshai Children's Hospital. The investigation underway into the details of the incident and a search for additional victims, as they put it. They also say that one person of interest had been detained by police. That's it. Whatever happened here, that very outspoken and frustrated neighbor speaking with reporters and also calling for accountability for police and Erie County Child Protective Services.
We just bought our house a year and a half ago, and since we bought it, we've called child protection on that house at least 4 times. We felt the toddlers and the children were in danger. I mean, they're running in the street in diapers, almost getting hit by cars. There was an incident where we called the police, me and my fiance. One of the people drove a car through the porch with a child in the back seat of a car. No one was taken to jail. The kids were left in the house.
Now, we did confirm that other neighbors share Mr. Colvin's comments and concerns about this house. They say there were numerous people living in this house, many of them children, and they say that it's an absentee landlord situation and that they've been concerned about what's going on in this house for some time. Again, a very short statement from Cheektowaga Police, and we understand what they are saying, and they probably don't want to compromise the investigation. They are saying that there's no threat to the public at large at this point, but no press briefing with a very serious incident this afternoon, and this morning, I should say, and now these strong statements coming from the neighbors here. Police only saying more information will be provided in the coming days when it becomes available. We've contacted the town supervisor. We've also reached out to Erie County because Child Protective Services involved. A lot of times authorities will say they don't release information because of privacy issues with children. Obviously, no identities released. We're going to stay on this and see what else we can find out. On Your Side, live here in the Village of Sloan, I'm Ron Plant's Channel 2 News. Back to you, Courtney.